Hi, guys. Okay, so on the reading list, my book was The Autoimmune Fix by Tom O'Brien, and this was published in May of 2016. So I really liked this book. I felt that it encompassed a lot of really user friendly information about autoimmune diseases and kind of the root cause of them. Um, I have personally struggled with autoimmune diseases, Crohn's and colitis, but there are so many other ones: eczema, um, dermatitis, just so many you can have. I mean, there's hundreds of autoimmune diseases, and they all root back to the gut. And I think the Western approach does not give enough clarity on that. Like when you get an autoimmune disease like Hashimoto's, they make it an isolated something that's isolated from your whole body, when really you can always turn to the gut and fix things within the gut to help fix even something like a thyroid disorder, which is not even close to the gut. But there is, the endocrine system does work in conjunction with everything else. So he really broke down a really simple way to describe it. He talks about how modern lifestyle, diet, stress, and environmental toxins all kind of lead to the degradation of the intestinal permeability, which is where there's micro holes in the gut, and this is leaky gut syndrome. And he kind of like was one of the pioneers to coin this. Leaky gut syndrome leads to intestinal permeability, which in turn allows toxins and other substances to leak out of the gut into the bloodstream and cause kind of an immune dysregulation, and causes an upregulation of immune cells kind of attacking the wrong organ system. So he talks a lot about cutting out gluten and how that's a huge trigger to leaky gut and intestinal permeability. He also talks about just kind of the paleo diet, which is really simple and like an easy approach to bring to clients. It's not veganism, it's not dogmatic. Really talks about fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and meats coming from good, reliable sources, and kind of doing that for a 30-day. So the autoimmune paleo protocol is something that he recommends, while also looking at the microbiome and how fixing the microbiome really in turn will change the trajectory of your autoimmune disease. So he also incorporates things supplement wise that I think are easy to take and generally really tolerable for most people. I personally take these supplements, and I think a lot of Americans do and or should. So omega-3 fatty acids are something that many people incorporate and can be great for bringing down inflammation. Probiotics, which kind of feed the good bacteria in your gut and crowd out the bad bacteria, which also leads to gut degradation and kind of like this leaky gut intestinal permeability. He talks about vitamin D being a key player, just because in the Western world we're not outside enough. We're all covered in toxic sunscreens, and he really encourages the use of vitamin D, especially in autoimmune cases. So in theory, or his ideas, he is a chiropractor. He's been doing this for a long time. He went to school in Illinois, I believe, chiropractic school, and he really subscribes to the model: clear out the gut, use some antimicrobials as well after the 30-day autoimmune protocol. If that did not work, you could do some oral antimicrobials to kind of clean out the bad bacteria, and then take high doses of probiotics. He also talked a lot about fermented foods, eating things that are probiotic rich, and really kind of getting the microvilli within the gut to heal, so you don't have that upregulation of your immune system attacking your body. I think that this is a really great approach. I think it's a very simple approach, and I think it's relatable to give to our clients. I personally don't cut out all gluten. I probably should. I personally don't cut out all dairy. I probably should. And I would be interested to see how I felt if I did not eat gluten. I right now do not have any issues with autoimmune diseases, but I know when I was healing from colitis and Crohn's, I stuck to a more high carbohydrate, high fiber diet, more towards the veganism. But I think that his approach, and Dr. Oz also, he's been on the Dr. Oz show, agrees with this. His approach is very easy for the average American because a lot of Americans don't want to give up eating meat, and that's okay. I eat meat now. And it's not so harsh. And there are now, I think even more than in 2016 when this book was written, there are a lot of gluten-free options for people to choose from at the grocery store. And there's also specific digestive enzymes to help break down the gluten, taking things like digestive enzymes and things like that to help if you do eat some of those triggering foods. But after 30 days, he does note that you should see a remarkable increase in some of your titers for inflammation. And yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I think it's very user-friendly, and I do think I'd recommend this. And there's a lot of pieces from it that I knew, but I also needed to have reiterated back into my mind. And also, I don't think I am eating enough healthy fats, and I think that's something that I took from the book, is how important eating fats are, especially for brain health and longevity. So I really enjoyed it.